Hey everyone, this podcast is part of Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. You can support us and gain access to other great exclusive podcasts at patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
Hello, traveler, and welcome to Choose Your Own Misadventure, starring Katie Willert, Tom Reimann, Christian Ramirez, Katie Goldin, David Bell, and Jane Adams. Today's game is Legacy of Dragonhold. Let us begin.
Okay, here's all the stuff that we share. Yeah. Fucking the journal we stole from a dead girl.
Nice.
I mean, at this point, it might be more kind just to let the entire family die.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, at this point,
the mom is dying.
we should leave.
Sorry, and back away slowly.
We have done nothing but make
Right.
everything worse.
I feel like there needs to be like a serious discussion of what our goals are. Before we continue.
That's fair.
So, like, do we want to kill everybody or
I mean, if we do, we get their stuff.
That's true. We could own Dragonholt Village.
but
Yeah.
if we kill
I think we should let the old people live, just because that's the one good thing we've
And
done.
they
We've
are-
gotten old people laid, so
they are
let's just
fucking a
keep
lot,
that nice
so
and
there's
pure.
a chance
Yep.
one of them will reproduce and just have a really strange child.
Yeah, I want the. I like the idea of this town just being a bloody mess with old people fucking,
Yeah, just
like the ending of Hereditary. Like
the
just,
the papery sounds of old people fucking.
What's
Yeah.
the movie where old people fuck in a pool or something?
Cocoon!
Yeah, that's it. There we go. What's
Alright.
that movie about old people fucking in a pool?
No, they jump into a pool that's full of alien eggs and it restores their youth.
then they can fuck.
Then they fuck.
I see. So
Alien eggs.
they have sex with the aliens, and then
They get out of the pool and then, like, they have sex. Like,
I see.
There's a whole sequence where Don Amici gets out of the pool and then goes to, like, a singles mixer.
I see. And now they are
Don
aliens.
Amici played Shadow in Homeward Bound.
Did you know all those animals are dead now? They've
yeah.
been dead for.
Don't.
Don Amici is dead.
I'm pretty sure what you've said makes you the leading expert on Cocoon in the country. Like that was all it takes.
I watched it for, today's topic, not an after hours.
Yeah, I was like, we never talked about
Right.
it. Did I just black that out?
You might have. Okay, should we get up?
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Should we scrape our eyes over?
I don't remember.
Day 6.
I want a big heaping glass of room temperature milk.
Milk and berries and some of that custard cake. Do you guys remember the cake?
Oh,
Made a whole cake and then dumped custard on it like a maniac.
We're a bunch of sociopaths.
Yeah.
That's what-
Okay. You wake, sweating.
What?
Of course.
Already off to a good start.
Yep.
To a commotion. At first you think the gnomes are still running rampant, but a quick glance outside your window shows that the few gnomes you do see are quietly cleaning up from their festival or heading west out of town. You dress, somewhat reluctantly, in the great heat of the day.
We want to be naked.
Just want to be flapping.
Yeah.
Through
Come down
Dragonholt
the stairs, dick
Yeah.
swinging.
Do a little helicopter into the front room.
The image of just Garfield strutting down some stairs, helicoptering away.
But with the blank look and the open mouth
yeah.
breathing.
Wait, Garfield doesn't wear clothes.
No, I wouldn't.
His dick's out all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, it's like in, out.
Yeah.
Like cats, it's like technically the out.
Right, it's in its
Inner
it's in
dick
its
is never-
it's in its scabbard.
It just plops out sometimes. Like the nuts in a gym teacher's shorts.
The common room is nearly empty, with half-eaten breakfasts neglected on various tables and no sign of sapphire or jasper anywhere. I don't even remember who Jasper is.
He has the kid.
it's the
He's the
son?
one who's whose wife was like, "Here, take our kid," and then left, and they're getting a
That was
divorce.
just staring at our door.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
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 He's the one who's still not over the breakup, but tries to act like he is and like it's best for everybody.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's got the corn children.
You help yourself to a roll left over from last night's dinner and wander outside to finally find the source of the hubbub. A large crowd has gathered outside the Swan, all muttering to one another and staring to the east. You find Sapphire standing precariously atop a rain barrel, straining to see over the crowd, with Hunter, the bartender from the Chatty Archer, at her side.
Swingers.
Yeah.
He's in the swinging couple.
Oh, hell yeah.
Everyone-
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Man, we should have gone back to the Chatty Archer. That doesn't look good, she murmurs. To the east, a pillar of black smoke towers into the sky. A red, sullen light lurks there. What is it? Asks a villager with a straw hat. Dragon, answers Hunter, his eyes narrowed. A murmur of agreement spreads through the crowd.
Yeah, that's a dragon.
Yeah, there's a dragon.
I don't know if she's talking about. Northern east of Evesmore, if I'm reading it right. In Belmont lands, maybe? Asks the villager in the straw hat. Right on the border, says a dusky-skinned human woman in a sheepskin vest. My cousin rode in with the news this morning. Evesmore is mighty scared right now. They should be, says Hunter, his face dark. We got some choices to make.
Yeah.
Go towards the
How'd we
smoke,
go
I
from
guess.
like a wacky wedding to like,
Fucking
oh,
dragon.
here comes a fucking dragon.
Oops, we're sweaty. Here comes
Yeah.
the dragon.
Oh, it must be the piles of smoldering corpses. That's
Yeah.
what's
That'll do
making
it.
it so
That'll do it.
warm.
Change the
Oh yeah, you're gonna get dragons.
You're gonna get some dragons.
Someone didn't foil up their food, and now we have dragons.
Right, you
is how
didn't
we get
stow
dragons.
your cooler in the tree, and now we got
On a
dragons.
You left some cups out. Those cups had Gatorade in it. Next day, you get dragons.
Did you put weights on top of your garbage cans?
Yep.
That's how you get dragons. Okay, we can inform the guards that a dragon has been spotted. Technically, it hasn't. Warn Lady Regina that Evesmore could be in danger. Head east and protect Evesmore yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, let's jump right into it.
Yes.
I went on Nego Tell. They're
Oh
just
my
it's,
God,
we're gonna
yes.
end there eventually.
Yeah,
End
it
there
seems like that's gonna
eventually.
happen.
It
Ignore
also
the
sounds like a
commotion.
big obvious problem. Like, I don't think we really need to tell people.
Yeah,
Right.
they know.
Right, like
they
it's-
see the plume of smoke.
Yeah.
Let's go out in a fiery death storm.
We could.
I agree
Let's
with
go
you.
Fucking kill that dragon.
Let's go die.
Let's
Or-
reason with it.
Our
Call
final
them-
choice is ignore the commotion and go about your day.
I mean, that would
that
be
sounds
like
like
what I
fun.
do in my
That's
day-to-day life.
That's my new favorite now.
Yeah, that's like me regularly. Go outside and see a dragon.
Ignore
I can't do
dragon.
this.
Can't even do this. I'm
Ignore
going back
dragons.
inside.
Just
It can't get
fucking
me
leave.
inside,
Can we
like
just
down in the
go?
basement, right?
I don't have the bandwidth for this today.
I just can't.
Like, can you just not today?
Yeah.
I already checked Twitter right before, like right when I got up, and my day is now fucked. Like, please, dragon.
Like, I literally just cannot right now.
Yeah, I can't do it.
You saw the dragon tweeting that he was coming. You're like, oh no, Jesus.
Oh, he did it.
Today is not good for me. Okay, so what do we want to do?
Go.
We want to go fight the dragon?
Cold embrace of death. Cold embrace of death.
It's a hot day, so the cold embrace of death will feel good.
That's true. Okay. Flipping over my token. We're going to head east and protect Evesmore yourself.
Nice.
This encounter is complete.
Yay.
When you are prepared to face the dragon, visit the Eastern Road, location 1810.
Oh, we don't need the map right now, do we?
No, not for that.
That's good.
It just tells us where to go.
I hate that map.
Yeah, fuck that map, bro.
I liked how prior to this, we were all very like, let's just do anything but the thing we're supposed to do. And
Yeah.
we've come back from a break and we're like, let's just fucking
Yeah.
do
I don't know if
How
we're
this is
Well,
gonna
I-
go.
It was because the thing we were supposed to do involved Miriam, right? Like it
Yeah,
was like we
that's
had
true.
to, and then
It's
we
just
finally
constant
just went to
Miriam
the
bullshit.
wedding and dealt with it. So
My
Yeah.
guess is we'll all die.
yeah,
Yeah, that's okay.
Because I'm pretty sure you can't just go to a dragon.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see what his attitude is, or her. I don't want to
the
gender
town
the
guard
dragon.
here is pretty terrible, right?
That's
we did
true.
meet
They
them
wouldn't
and
have
they
been
were
much
shitty.
help.
To
Yeah,
my
it was
memory, it's 2 people.
And it was a woman who was very good, and then a guy who doesn't take her seriously,
Yeah.
and she's just constantly pissed.
Yeah,
She can't get any
And
respect.
Tweagle.
Yes.
right.
Tweagle.
It was a capable woman and her fucking miserable incel partner.
Yeah.
Okay, the road that leads east away from the village is mostly cobbled, a more official-looking road than the others leading to Dragonholt. The road is flanked by numerous trees for some distance before twisting out of sight. If it is day 6 and 3 or less time has passed today, that is what we're doing. Entry 1910. Okay. Thanks for all of that. Guys, I can't turn the page.
Put a little spit on your finger.
Gross.
Where the hell is 1910?
Lick the
Oh,
pages,
1920. I read it wrong.
You fucking idiot.
All right. Just for that, you get to read 1920.
Yay. Where's
It's another
19?
decision coming up.
Where's 19?
1920.
20.
The smoke of the dragon's attack rises on the horizon to the east. A hot wind is blowing, and sweat beads on your forehead. The eastern road is a dangerous one today. Should we travel to the site of the dragon attack, or ignore the smoke?
I mean, we came here to...
Yeah.
Wait, so we can just ignore
We
it?
saw the smoke.
Go
Like,
to
nah, we're
dragon.
Yeah, we can get all the way up there and be like, I changed my mind.
It's like,
done. Nah,
oh,
fuck that.
that's a no.
Oh, dragon. Oh,
I was
I
picturing something totally different.
thought it was a metaphor.
Thought you meant the dragon inside us all and it's gonna be like my father or something. I don't know. Okay, 2080. 20. Oh, there it is. Oh, do we all die? Hang on. Evesmore is almost a day away on foot or a few hours on horseback, so your first step is to find a suitable mount. You visit the public stables south of the Swan and explain what you're looking for to the stable master, a broad-shouldered human man with dark brown skin and a close cap of gray curls. I'm all for someone taking care of that dragon, the man says with a frown, but I'm not eager to see my property ride straight at a monster that might find it fancies the taste of horse. Who doesn't? He scratches his head for a moment and sighs. All right, I suppose... Oh, I should be doing voices.
Yeah, whatever.
What should his voice be? The most annoying thing I can
He's a
think
stable
of.
master.
He's,
The
Whatever
first
that
annoying
means
thing
to
that pops
you.
into your
he's
head.
like a pubescent teenager. Like, all right, I suppose I can always ask the countess to reimburse me if you get my animals killed. Lars! He shouts, and a tow-headed human boy comes scurrying from within the stable. Lars will help you get mounted.
Will he?
Explains the stable master. Lars takes you right through the stalls to the paddock out the back where you see several fine horses, ponies, and even larger than usual goat. I want it. I want the goat.
A cat riding a goat into battle. That's my favorite thing.
It's a riding goat, explains Lars. Just got that one from the gnomes yesterday. Sure-footed, but she's a bit strong-willed. Take your pick. By the time you're mounted, you find Tweagle leaning against a post outside, a collection of spears and crossbows at his feet. I heard your... Wait, what was Tweagle?
He was one of the guard. He was the
an
incel
orc.
guard.
Oh, the incel guard.
Right?
Like,
I thought
I
he
don't
was
know.
Tweagle's the orc, I think.
It's amazing that you guys know this.
The other guy's, I don't know, Brad?
is he or isn't he an
Fucking
incel?
Chet. I don't know. I can't remember. One of them was.
Well, anyways, I heard you're about to do something stupid, he says, so I open up the armory. Have at it. You take what you need from Tweagle supplies, thanks the stable master for the loan, and are ready to ride to the east. This encounter is complete. Read entry 1007 in the Terror on Prairie quest book. I used my token.
Terror on the prairie.
You did? What'd you choose?
Well, that was before I chose to go to Dragon. Remember, it was
Oh, yeah, you can ignore the smoke.
either ignore it or go to Dragon. What can we pick our mounts because I don't want a horse.
I think you should
sure.
get the goat.
You should get the goat.
Garfield on the goat. Yeah.
I feel like
Garfield
I want to
wants
ride a giant
Odie.
lasagna.
Well, you can also do that.
Yeah, a magical lasagna.
There we go. I'm tossing my...
It's like a magic carpet.
Yeah.
So it's 1007 in the Terror on the Prairie. Terror on the Prairie.
Terry on the prairie.
Those Terry's
So,
on the prairie.
We ran into so the stable master was like, well, I don't really want to give you my horse to find this dragon, and then like the captain of the village guard was like, well, here's some weapons, but I'm not going with you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
We're gonna
So
die.
we shouldn't have tried. We were right to just go it alone.
Yeah,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
nobody was ever going to be
Nobody
able
was
to.
going to come with us in
They're
the
all
first
garbage.
place.
They're all weenies.
Yeah, and Rochelle hates us, so she wouldn't have come with us.
Which one's Rochelle?
The sister.
The sister
Who's
that's still
angry.
the only one
Got
that's
it.
still alive.
angry sis.
The only problem is that in this quest, how are we gonna kill some boys?
Yeah, that's true.
'Cause
How are
last
innocent
time-
children going to die?
Last time we killed one boy, and this time it's not looking like we're gonna kill even a single boy.
I mean, it's very possible that we're going to get all of the horses and the goat killed. So
That's true.
I mean, what if we slay the dragon and he just lands on a building full of boys? Wouldn't that be great?
just lands on an orphanage.
yeah.
Just like
That's a building full of boys' home.
it's just the boyporium.
Yeah, the Boyporium.
The Boyphanage.
Yeah.
Okay, you ride east, following the road through the rocky plains until an offshoot takes you northeast into a wooded gulch. Wispy tendrils of black, oily smoke snake up through the trees ahead. You approach cautiously, unsure of what you might find there, but your apprehension at coming face to face with a dragon is dwarfed by the hope of finding survivors. What's left of a merchant caravan sits smoldering on the off the bank of a small stream. The trees part around the water and road, creating a natural clearing where the dragon must have attacked the caravan. Almost all of the wood has been reduced to ash, and the copper nails that once held it together have been melted and fused with the earth. Steel bands from shipping containers and reinforced trunks have been scattered around the landscape, as have the bones, weapons, and armor of half a dozen caravan guards.
Damn!
Cool.
so we can acquire more weapons.
Yeah.
Is what I'm
And
getting.
acquire
There's half a
more
dozen of
bones.
us.
So we got two choices, y'all. Oh. Sorry, I just had two choices, y'all. Pull over the car or bounce on the devil, put the pedal to the foot. Never mind. Examine the debris for clues or search for signs of survivors leaving the area.
I don't care about survivors personally.
All right,
Get those bones.
listen, you
Get
guys.
the bones.
Back when I did a film with Dennis Quaid, he told me about his experience with dragons.
You mean the Dennis Quaid who's now doing progressive commercials?
Yes. One and the same.
Targeted ads all
Wait,
over
what
my
film
Twitter.
did you do with Dennis Quaid?
Wyatt Earp.
Okay.
There were dragons in wine.
No, but see, I was in Wyatt Earp with Dennis Quaid,
And he
and
told
then
you
Dennis
about
Quaid was in Dragonheart.
Yeah.
Ah,
So he explained to me the thing about dragons is that they're duplicitous. So we got to search through this thing
okay, clues?
for clues.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
if we
survivors,
search
though.
for survivors, one of them is
Right.
probably going to be a terrible gnome.
Right.
So
We're stuck with it. So that's 7557, which is right there.
cool. Though the caravan is completely annihilated, there does seem to be some kind of method to the madness. The crates aren't just burned or smashed open, they've been picked through. And the reinforced trunks that were too well made to burn have been pried open by strong claws. The work must not have been easy, even for a dragon, because you find one of the creature's talons, has broken off and stuck in one of the heavy chests.
Ow!
I don't like
Broken
fingernail
nail.
injuries.
That
Like,
sucks.
I'm not phobic of many things, but a giant fingernail
Can you
injury
imagine
is like just the
scratching
worst
something and just having your fingernail getting ripped off?
It's like
Oh,
when
yeah.
I find Lola's claws, my
Nah.
cat's claws, just kind of in thing.
No.
Can you
mine does that
imagine
too.
like a dragon struggling with it, like a like with a little treasure chest?
It's like,
Yeah, but if it's like it's shut enough that the dragon claw rips off, I bet there's like a bunch of like flesh on it. It's probably
it's like
a
the
really
Silence of the
gnarly
Lambs
finger.
Definitely
thing where
took
she
part of
finds,
its
like,
finger.
the
Yeah.
nails
Yeah.
and, ugh.
Okay, so we gain one bloody, disgusting dragon claw, item P.
Neat.
We marked
Sweet.
story point G8 and
Cool.
read entry 4284.
Okay. Hold on.
I bet it's looking for its baby that was taken by mean people. So that's why it's not burning everyone. And if we talk to the dragon,
Right.
we get a new quest to find the dragon baby.
I am worried. Like, this booklet is very small, very thin, I noticed. So it's either that, what you just described, or we're just immediately murdered
killed.
by a dragon.
The dragon incinerates you.
Yeah.
Please
Game
go.
over.
Yeah.
Go
there it
home.
is. Talons. There you go. Everybody.
I
pass
mean,
that
if it's
card around,
between
get a good
that-
look at it.
It's between that and finding, like, some scrappy-doo dragon who's like, dragon power!
Yeah, it does look like when my cat's nail just like is sheds.
It's not nearly as gross as I
Yeah.
was imagining. You search the area for signs of any. I thought we decided not to search for any survivors, but apparently we're searching for survivors.
They're
God
making
damn
us
it.
be
The
nice.
illusion of choice.
Yeah.
And you discover tracks leading away
Bullshit.
from the clearing, heading north. Several horses and a single set of wagon tracks. The path splits and the tracks follow it. We really are looking for survivors. That's dumb. And the tracks follow an offshoot up a rocky slope leading to a stone bridge over a crevasse. Beyond the bridge stands a watchtower surrounded by a crumbling stone wall. In the small courtyard inside the wall, you discover a single wagon you had been tracking. It is low to the ground and covered with a thick, flame-resistant tarp. You dismount and
I
approach
think
the covered.
you might be right, KG.
You dismount and approach the covered wagon. As you are about to take a peek under the tarp, a voice calls out to you. Who goes there? A soldier, a human woman in the red and white livery of a Belmont family of Rostam County. Do we know where
Okay.
that is? Do we
I
know
don't
think so.
who that is? Okay. Stands in the tower's doorway holding a spear. You explain that you've come from Dragonholt, having seen the smoke and heard that a dragon was seen in the area. As you speak, the soldier watches the sky anxiously. Right. You'd better come inside quickly. We barely managed to escape. The dragon might find us at any moment. You follow the woman inside and find yourself in the company of 4 soldiers.
Well, I mean, we found you in 4 minutes.
Just follow the tracks, man.
Yeah.
4 soldiers in Belmont livery, a timid human man in fine clothes, and their 5 horses. An air of anxiety and fear is heavy in the cramped tower room, and the horses are restless. I'm Lieutenant Bentley, says one of the soldiers, a human man with a grizzled beard and an eye patch. We're grateful you've come, but what purpose could you have for approaching a dragon? He asks, his one eye studying you intently. You take a moment to consider the question. Bentley's 3 remaining soldiers, the human woman you met earlier, an orc man, and a dwarf woman. See, there was... Oh, no, not a gnome, a dwarf. That's okay, then.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dwarves are tolerable.
Yes. All seem on edge, perhaps more due to your presence than the fact that they were attacked by a dragon. That doesn't make sense. We're not that terrible.
No, they
'cause
fucking
they stole something.
Robbed the dragon.
Also, Garfield is very scary.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Garfield has
giant dick.
Yeah, swinging around.
and a bunch of wounds
It's dragging in the
that
grass.
have barely healed.
The other
Just
man...
collecting burrs and stuff.
It's got like a callus on the one side that's been on the
It
ground.
looks like the bottom of a foot.
Guys. The other man, the human in fine clothes, sits near his horse, nervously clutching a satchel. He's clearly not a soldier, perhaps a merchant. Now we have choices. We can say that we came to help any survivors, which is not true. We can ask what brings Rostam soldiers to Dragonholt County, or we could ask why would the dragon attack your caravan?
Ask him why.
Yeah.
Pretty nosy.
Very
Tell me
suspicious.
And why are they in Lady Regina's county?
I also just want to point out that for a long time I didn't follow the thread of this little bit of writing and thought that she had led them into the wagon and there were like 12 people all inside the wagon.
And horses?
And horses. And I was like, wait, hold on.
The horses are restless.
It's like, yeah, no shit. You're all shoved in it like a can of sardines.
Okay, so we're being nosy about why the dragon attacked?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Okay.
Can you tell me that entry number?
I know Tommy Lee Gnomes would be.
This was 4284, and now
Interrogating
we're
them.
reading 4002.
Cool.
What number am I reading?
4002.
I like how victim blamey it is. Like,
Yeah.
well, why would a dragon attack you?
What were you wearing?
The merchant looks nervously between you and Lieutenant
What you got in that
Bentley.
satchel? Drugs?
I can't say I know, says the lieutenant. What reason does a bloodthirsty beast have to attack and kill anyone? It's in their nature to be destructive, is it not?
Racist.
Fuck. Yeah. You inquire if they did anything to provoke the dragon. The frail merchant tightens his grip on his satchel.
That's why you don't wear tube tops.
Did we just decide to be like the dragon's defense attorney?
Oh, yeah.
Apparently.
Like,
Well, I'm imagining Tommy Lee Gnomes like Tommy Lee Jones style.
Yeah.
Like being really inquisitive. The frail merchant tightens his grip on the satchel, which you see bulges from its contents.
That
It's either a
bulging
boner
satchel.
or a baby dragon.
Is story point G8 marked?
a dragon egg.
G8.
G8.
G8 is marked.
It is. Read entry 6102.
It's a fucking dragon egg, y'all.
Yeah, they stole
I know
that
this.
dragon's baby.
Costner runs one hand through his luxurious hair. That is
Gets
definitely
caught in like 4 of them and pulls them out and swears quietly to himself.
Tries to put each one back in.
quickly reapplies $10 million of CGI.
Turns around and quick spritz of that like color that you put on your.
Just get some of
It's
the
a-
oily smoke in the air and rub it on.
Yeah.
there.
He shakes up a can that says Insta Hair.
Oh shit. Okay. The pieces begin to fall into place. The evidence of the dragon searching the caravan. The number of armed soldiers accompanying a merchant caravan. The nervous attitude of the merchant. They love saying merchant.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
caravan.
And
the
anxious.
bulging satchel held with the utmost care. You stole something from the dragon, you mutter. Lieutenant Bentley and his 3 soldiers draw their weapons, and the merchant shrinks behind them. It's time you moved along, growls Bentley.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, I don't think we're even going near a dragon. All right,
Yeah, we're just gonna fight
1490.
The real dragon was men.
Yeah.
See, you're right. We're going to end up fighting your dad.
Yay!
4 times I think merchant was said
You have to make a decision.
in that chunk.
I feel like they put some racist slur in there instead, and like the copy editor's just like, let's just write merchant.
Yeah, that was a real like Control F. That was like a find replace.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What's the entry number, Dave?
1480?
14. I said, oh, shit. I think I said 1490.
90? Oh, yeah, probably.
I'm just keeping the minutes.
Suddenly, something huge
Nerd.
strikes the side of the watchtower, causing the walls and ceiling to shake.
It's the dragon.
I start singing all along the
Yeah.
Watchtower badly.
Nice.
There must be some kind of way out of here.
A deafening.
I do that.
Okay. No, that's one of the options here. A deafening roar sounds from outside, and a massive clawed hand smashes through the wooden ceiling, slashing through the air overhead. It's not a dick, sorry. Olga to the ballista,
I was
calls the
hoping it'd
lieutenant.
be like a pseudo penis, like the dragon's a female, but it's a pseudo penis,
Right.
Like a hyena?
like a hyena.
Kevin, stay inside and stay low. Who's Kevin?
Kevin.
The rest of you with me. With that, he charges out of the tower, followed by his soldiers and you behind them. Clinging to the side of the tower is a creature of overwhelming stature with luminescent red scales.
Overwhelming stature?
Or
Stature.
miniature.
Overwhelming stature.
He owns a lot of property.
Yeah.
He's very respected.
Each the width and length of a human hand. The monster stands on its hind legs, 2 stories tall, with great leathery wings and a tail just as long as its body that whips from side to side. The
I
creature...
whip my tail back and forth. Oh.
Nice.
Remember that?
The
you
creature
guys?
blindly
Remember
reaches
that?
in through the hole it has created in the roof.
Fold it.
Ah,
Dave.
it's so much easier to fold it. As of
Says
yet,
Kevin.
it has not noticed that you and the soldiers have poured out of the courtyard. The dwarf woman hustles over to the covered wagon and throws off a heavy tarp to reveal a military ballista? What is that?
Ballista?
Ballista?
It's like a giant crossbow.
Oh, sweet. Mounted on a flatbed wagon, she immediately sets to work, aiming the device. Keep it distracted, shouts Bentley. Then he and the 2 remaining soldiers pull heavy crossbows from their backs and form a rhythm of firing bolts at the great lizard and reloading. Okay, we have some decisions. Yeah. A decision, just the one. We can take aim and fire. We can assist the dwarf with the ballista. What? Buffet the dragon with runic magic? Cover the beast in magical ice. Can we do either of those? We need a frost rune.
We gotta save the dragon.
Yeah, or swat at the creature's tail and hind legs.
Yeah, that seems fruitless.
Yeah, I kind of want to swat at its tail and hind legs.
Like Garfield going like,
yeah.
So we don't have any options to like take the side of the dragon against these
No.
what does buffet mean?
Kind of like fuck its wings. It's like throw wind at it.
Is it pronounced buffet?
Yeah, it's like, you know, when you're driving down the highway with only one window open and you get that sound.
Oh, okay. Well, we need arcana or runes.
It's not giving the dragon
Do we
a
have
buffet
frost rune
to eat.
I don't. We have a war rune, right?
Yep.
All right. So we can either take aim and fire, or we can swat at the creature's tail and hind legs. I really like that
Let's swat
one.
at it.
That's not hurting it, really.
I don't want to hurt the dragon.
Yeah. We're just like, cut it out. Cut it out.
Stop it, you.
Let's use our words.
Yeah. All right.
Start spraying it with a water bottle.
Read entry 7077.
They're probably setting this up so like the dragon dies.
Just go ahead and pass it.
And we have to raise a dragon baby, but we don't know about raising dragon babies.
That's true.
So like hijinks ensue, you know, we laugh, we learn, and maybe we learn
the
more.
mob gets involved somehow.
Garfield and friends and a baby.
Maybe we learn more from the baby than the baby learns from us.
I hope not. Makes us really dumb. You draw your weapon and charge at the creature, realizing only as you approach just how big it truly is. You stand shorter than the giant lizard's hind leg. You slash and strike at the beast's tail and leg, your weapon sliding harmlessly off hardened scales. So we're not hurting it.
Yay.
At last you find a spot where the scales are softer and the dragon seems to notice you for the first time. Mark 1 progress.
Senpai notices me.
The dragon's just like, that's my dick. Excuse me. Back there.
Shove a sword in its cloaca.
Oh.
No!
The dragon swats at you with its tail as if you were a fly on a cow's backside. The appendage strikes you in the abdomen and sends you hurtling backward onto the ground.
Jesus.
You lose 4 stamina.
Wow. Costner, did you survive this?
That's me. I lose 4 stamina. Because while I passed it to you, it's still my turn.
Okay.
Yeah. It was your decision.
Yeah.
To swat at it.
Yeah.
14.
Yeah, that's
15.
Tommy Lee Gnomes running up there being like, hey.
Like a little chihuahua, just like, no.
All right. The dragon leaps down from the tower wall and to land in the courtyard, causing the ground and walls to shake. A fiery light swells in the creature's throat. The rumble of its growl vibrates in your chest, and you feel the heat of its furnace blast breath. Lieutenant Bentley and his soldiers draw back from the beast. Then you hear a whinny. Then you hear a whinny and the beating of hooves on the stone bridge. You look to see the frail merchant frantically riding away, still tightly clutching his satchel. The dragon roars and snaps its jaws at the fleeing merchant, then beats its leathery wings, kicking up a whirlwind and lifting itself into the air to follow after the panicked rider. "Fire!" calls Lieutenant Bentley from behind you. You turn to look over your shoulder at the ballista, just in time to see the dwarf soldier let her missile fly. The bolt slices through the air and passes within a hair's breadth of your head. But the soldier knew what she was doing. The steel shaft slides harmlessly past you and horribly into the dragon. It tears a ragged hole through the monster's leathery wing and sinks into its ribcage with a thick, meaty thunk. The beast howls and falters, crashing down among the trees. Mark 6 progress.
Wait, so we...
6 progress?
Yeah.
God damn.
So we did nothing.
I think we distracted it, actually.
Yeah. We
did.
To give them enough time to finish loading the Batista. What is
Yeah.
it?
Batista. Shot a Dave Batista at it.
He threw a clipboard.
Time passes. And then the roar of blood pounding in your veins matches the thunder of hooves beneath your mount. In the distance, you see the thatched roofs and wooden walls of the village of Evesmore. And each second that passes brings the dragon closer to destroying them all. If story point D4 is marked.
Let's find out. No, it's not.
Oh, shit. Case 6.
Nope.
Otherwise, read entry 1878.
I mean, do we not get the option of like going after that merchant?
We do have some decisions coming up here. So, your spirits rise with each desperate snap of what? Oh, okay. With each desperate snap of the dragon's jaws, it is wounded and enraged. You think you might be able to press your advantage to force the dragon into making a mistake. Keep the battle conventional and personal.
Huh.
What?
What?
That's what it says. Keep the battle conventional and personal. That's one of the options. Press the beast with a volley of ranged attacks, or assault the dragon with trickery and blade work. That requires agility or thievery, which...
I have agility.
I was really
and
hoping that
bravery.
all the options would be like, or keep the battle abstract and historic. Like, just nonsense.
Well, I mean, I don't do ranged attacks. I can do trickery and blade work because I have
Yeah.
agility.
Get tricky.
Do trickery. Or, I mean, do whatever you want.
Trickery.
It's your day.
Yeah, I don't want to kill this dragon, though. I feel
Just
bad for it.
just like, look, it's your baby.
That's I think
And then,
that's
like,
keeping it
messily
conventional
slash its throat.
And
and personal.
Yeah.
So I'll do conventional and personal.
Okay.
I do want to know what the hell
Piece
that
of
means.
shit. Look at that. Look at that guy riding away with your baby. 7092. All right. Do you want me to pass it? Because
Sure.
this is okay. 7092.
Alright. You stick close to the dragon, maneuvering away to dodge its vicious claws. You press in again, slashing with your own weapon and causing the beast to huff and snap at you. Its vicious fangs slice through your flesh.
Nice, Cosner.
Any deeper it would have taken your arm. Okay, you lose 4
Jesus.
stamina.
Okay. So I'm at 10.
Yeah, I guess this is still you.
Yeah, I'm the one fighting it.
Okay, if you have dueling or military.
I do.
Alright, read entry 8390. So I'm just going to give this back to you,
Okay.
since this is still you.
When it comes time for decision, I'll hand it back to you. 8390.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you and the dragon snarl and swipe at each other, a new strategy begins to dawn. The next time you lunge in, you slash at its vital neck and chest, executing a vicious full-power hit-and-run attack. Your assault leaves the dragon edging away from you. Mark 2 progress. 8540.
Just be sure that you slash at the vital neck, not the extra neck.
Right.
85.
Auxiliary
The
neck.
superfluous neck.
Right.
8540?
8540.
The supernumerary
And we had 2
atavistic
progress.
neck.
The vestigial neck.
The third
Yeah, it was
nipple
2 progress.
of the neck. The neck that is
I got
the
2
third
progress.
nipple.
Yeah, it's like when the dog has that extra skin on its neck. You don't slash at that part
Right.
of the dragon. It's just got a wrinkly part. 8540. You find yourself uncomfortably close to the dragon now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Think
this
that
is the
happened a
personal
long
part.
time ago? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I
dragon.
feel like
You
we've been in the uncomfortable zone.
revealed some personal details that I'm just not ready for.
Yeah.
I don't think our relationship is there yet. Behind it, you can see the Rostam merchant fleeing along the road toward Evesmore. At least the dragon isn't charging toward the innocent villagers. It's focused on you. If 18 progress has been marked,
No.
if 6 or more time has passed,
No.
otherwise, time passes. Read 6347.
Hmm.
I thought it said Rasta merchant.
I think it was Rostam? I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Fetid brown teeth. Fetid brown teeth, twice the length of your hand, snap together just overhead
Ew.
as you desperately duck beneath a fatal bite. You dodge backward, and
Enormous
4
tooth.
razor-sharp claws slice through the air a hair's breadth from your face and neck.
Say a
Okay, well,
hair's
this
breadth?
is a decision. So.
Okay.
Is that
Yeah.
Like a
hair's
rabbit?
length?
Yeah, it's the width of the hair, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Breadth, yeah.
A
Okay.
hairbread?
Breadth.
A
Breath?
hairbread.
Breadth with a
Breadth
D.
with a
bread?
D.
A bread.
Ah.
hair's D.
The hair's giant D.
Hair's big old swinging
Costner,
D.
I feel like, should
Oh, yeah.
make some distance between...
All right.
Him and the
Trips over his own feet.
Yeah.
I took 4 damage immediately. So.
Not even from the dragon. I
Right.
hit my knee on a rock.
I'm about to shatter my hip. Just okay. I can climb onto the dragon's back and attack.
Oh my god.
Nimbly
it.
dodge and search out weak points. I'm climbing on his fucking back.
Do it, Costner.
Costner. All right, that's my token flip.
I can imagine you being
go,
like
Kevin
halfway up
Costner.
at the back, just being like, I made a terrible mistake.
Oh shit, what am I supposed to do?
What am I doing?
Guys, what do I do? I'm up here now.
You wait until the dragon telegraphs a snapping bite, dodge to the side, and scramble onto its outstretched neck. Costner! You swing onto its back as though it were wearing a saddle and tightly grab hold of one of its spines. The beast immediately begins to buck and writhe.
Hot.
To throw you off.
Yeah, desperate.
Yeah, you desperate.
Whisper in its
if
ear.
they
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm
Yeah.
whispering, like, show me how
If at any point this author describes the dragon as supple, I'm leaving.
Yeah. Or as any kind of fruit. Compares it to fruit in any
Yeah.
way we
It's like
know.
a pineapple.
It is an apple red dragon on the cover.
Oh.
its swollen glands. Okay, if you have athletics or endurance, believe it or not, I have athletics.
Yay!
And
And
endurance.
endurance.
I do have both, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, those look like the two that you added since we...
Yeah,
Definitely.
you were like, I gotta get
the
me some of
mission.
those.
Yes, it was like halfway
Can't
through
keep going on the way I've been going on.
It's
halfway through
just
this mission, Costa's like, I need to hit the gym.
it's just way too hard to play canonically as Kevin Costner.
Okay, where am I going? I'm going to 6115. The dragon moves erratically beneath you, but your grip is solid and your legs are clamped on tight.
Like
You-
a koala.
Aw.
Oh, that's adorable.
Waiting for it to feed me leaves. You draw your spear.
From where?
I don't have a spear.
Yeah.
Poop out a spear.
and
Tweagle did give us some stuff.
Oh, that's true.
so-
He gave us some bullshit.
Yeah.
And stab it repeatedly into the dragon's head and neck.
Oh.
If you have brawling or military, I don't. Otherwise, read entry 2070.
You stab it and then it immediately
Yeah, it's gonna immediately beat
bucks
my
you off.
fucking
Yeah.
ass.
Steps on you and then sets you on fire. Piece of shit.
Pins me down, and an entire like bellows of fire just right into my face.
It's like a blowtorch.
You just become the wind. Like you're so charred that there's like the ash has just completely broken
Transubstantiated,
down.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just there's not even ash anymore. It's just like plasma.
Yeah.
Again and again, your spear point catches on the hardened scales or spines along the dragon's neck. I'm just fucking up.
So Costner did something real cool. Climbed on top.
Yeah,
And then...
immediately
can't
fucked it
follow
up.
through.
Yeah, no follow through for Costner. I'm sitting there. This is my time now. With one particularly fervent strike, you hear a loud crack.
Ooh.
Did you break your spear?
I hope I didn't break my fucking ribs. But are disappointed to see that the sound came from your spear,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the dragon's
Yeah.
scales. The beast howls in rage and flaps its wings hard enough to shake you loose. You lose 3 stamina and 6326.
Honestly, that could have gone worse.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
could have gone a lot
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah, yeah.
I can put my hair's long enough. I can put it in a pencil.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Get a load of
Nice.
this. Let's get out of this stream.
Hey,
Oh my god.
it's a big deal. It's a big deal for a short-haired person.
They're gonna give me a choice to make.
63 something?
Oh wait, I did make a choice.
Yeah, you made the
I
choice
made
to
the
climb
choice
on
to
it.
climb on its back. when it's done beating the shit out of me.
That was your choice.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, you walked right into that. You
I
said,
did.
"I am getting on that that dragon's
Well, the
back."
other one was leaping nimbly around.
Fair.
I feel like both of Costner's knees are just like ball bearings at this point. Oh shit. 6326. Okay. Seeing gashes pockmark the dragon's hide and watching blood seep from beneath its scales gives you hope, but each second that passes bring the villagers closer to doom. 18 progress has not been marked. 6 or more time has not passed. Otherwise, time passes.
So we just gotta keep fighting this guy.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
progress is like the dragon's life or something.
Aw.
Yeah, we let someone rob the dragon, and now we are just slowly murdering it.
Yeah.
All right.
This is... I mean, I know we let a
my
boy
God.
die, but this is sadder
This
to
is
me.
Yes.
Well, we're trying to save the village who didn't do it.
That's true.
A
Right.
dragon is worth like 12 boys.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
So we're all essentially the dragon is going towards the village, and we're
Yeah,
trying to
because
keep
that's
it away.
where
from
that's
Yeah.
where the dude ran.
Which
39.69.
39.69.
I'm not gonna go like, you guys see what I did? You guys see that?
It's real cool, man. You got it right on its back.
Somebody have anything they want me to sign? I can sign stuff. I got a minute.
And everybody's just like, our village is gonna be on fire.
Shortly, get all your Dances with Wolves DVDs out, and then I'll sign them, and they won't get burned.
Some old lady's like, I couldn't sit through it. It was too long.
I do have the copy they gave us at McDonald's. That was a promotion they did.
They just gave away Dances with Wolves.
They sold VHS copies of Dances with Wolves.
Was the was it the promotions? I'm like, I don't know. Does anybody want this? Like it was called the Does anybody want this promotional?
You could get it for like
deal?
$5 with a meal.
Yeah.
And it was 2 tapes, I'm sure.
Yeah.
2
It was
VHS.
a long ass movie.
God, I'm imagining like every night they emptied the trash and there'd be like 6 tapes in the trash. People just confused, getting handed Dances with Wolves. Like, thanks, I guess.
The parking lot is just littered with crushed VHS.
People just eating their big chickens, really confused.
Yeah.
Are there cows in it? I don't get it.
So, the road cuts through a rolling hill, and you. I don't know why I'm doing that.
No.
The road cuts through a rolling hill, and you see the drag leap and scramble up the rocky slope. Unable to squeeze through the narrow gap. Aww, can you imagine? It's just like a
trying to get through.
dog flap. You know, like a real fat cat trying to get through a dog flap, where it's just like,
But still no expression, just
When you emerge from the other side, you see that you have gained some ground on the great lizard. Just call it a dragon,
Did we
you
decide it
nerd.
was a lizard? I didn't
not
think
a
dragons were
lizard.
lizards.
I assume the author of this had like a whiteboard with all the things you could call the dragon just to switch it up.
With the
Little
great
tally
lizard.
Yeah.
The mighty snake, but with legs and wings.
The wing snake.
A large mammal, except with scales, and it does not lactate. So the great lizard, which now bounds through the fields beside you, trampling the crops with complete disregard. Oh, it's like just a little dog, just like jump through. So we can charge into melee combat, attack the dragon at range, or strike with runic lightning, which requires runes, which I don't have. So should we attack the dragon at range or charge right into melee combat?
Does Garfield have any ranged skills?
No.
Well, what would Garfield do?
Do whatever's in Garfield's heart.
I mean, Garfield doesn't want to die, but I don't know if Garfield would realize that charging into melee combat would probably.
He neither welcomes nor fears death.
No, death is like an old tepid acquaintance for Garfield. I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
Well, both Christian and I, or I'm sorry, Orc. Orc and I kind of got our asses kicked when we tried to melee it.
Yeah, let's just get this over with. I'm sick of this
I have a
dragon.
revolver, but it doesn't seem to. I don't know how to use it.
Oh, it's like an old show revolver.
We were like, we were given that moment where we could choose our own weapons,
Yeah.
and I was like, revolver. And nothing in the game said I couldn't do that. But there's
Now
nothing.
you can't use it.
Yeah, I can't use it.
Yeah, maybe it'll come up or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So 90-50. Oh, fuck me. Oh my god. The dragon coughs a gout of flame in your direction that billows around you and your mount, which is a big lasagna goat.
Lasagna goat.
The fire burn hot and fast. Really needed an editor, but quickly it is gone, and you suspect it was only a threat. You lose 3 stamina. It's okay because Garfield just is built out of meat. In a moment, your weapon is in your hand and you let fly each shot aimed at a vulnerable eye or its open mouth or an exposed shoulder joint. If you have archery skill or reasoning skill, I don't have either. Otherwise, read 1165. I have a feeling I'm just gonna miss it. Just like he does, like a
in the head.
like Garfield, like a meaty Scottish man, like just does this caber toss, and it just goes way far afield, and and it lands on the boy
In the boys' home. The
Boyphanage. The Boyphanage.
Just sails over the dragon's head.
They're like, should we have this many boys in one place, all stacked neatly together?
Well, it is a boyphanage, and then
Okay, so 1165.
dragon's a real pain.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I hope it destroys the town.
Yeah.
The town has done nothing for us.
there
They
it
got mad when we killed that child.
Different
That's
town.
all.
Different
It's a
town.
different town.
Oh, it's a different town.
Your first shot deflects uselessly off the dragon's hide. We get it. It's
Uselessly.
real thick. You aim a
thick
second
dragon.
shot at the thinner scales behind the beast's shoulder, but discover that
Daddy
even the, quote, weak parts of a dragon are as tough as steel. Man, this dragon is a real Mary Sue. Dragon is really strong and tough, and you can't even kill it, and it's strong and breathes fire.
Was this written by a dragon?
Dragons are so rad. Like, I mean, you don't even understand how rad dragons are. Did I tell you? Thick dragon is my name.
Thick dragon. Yeah.
Thick dragon.
Dad bod dragon.
The dragon glares at you, then swivels its head towards the whinnying horse of the fleeing merchant. The anger in the beast's eyes is clear and frightening as it bounds after the merchant at full speed.
I mean,
If-
yeah, we've been objective. I think I mixed up words there. I'm not sure what I meant to say, but we have been objectifying the dragon.
That's true.
True.
I would glare.
Dragon's got great tits.
Dragon's hot as fuck.
It's still a dragon. And then he like winks and like rides a skateboard. Fucking does a one-handed cartwheel.
I'm gonna do an ollie.
And he punches him, and they go down in one punch. And his mom is really proud of him.
If his dad were around, he probably would be too.
And he's like really good at Xbox, but also he fucks.
He's definitely have sex before. I see boobs. Dragons don't have boobs. I've seen Chloe.
That's true. As you pointed out before, they do not lactate.
If 18 progress has been marked, if
No.
6 or more time has passed.
Nope.
Otherwise, time passes. Read entry 274.
This dragon's gonna break.
This dragon's
Well,
gonna kill everyone.
Bitch Queen's the first one that's actually good at like ranged combat out of all of us.
Oh, no. Okay.
Well, I have archery, I just didn't use it.
Okay,
That
so
was
we're
a
at
jump.
2743.
Nice.
The dragon snaps twice, then spits a gout of...
Another gout?
Yeah.
It's just
I'm
gouting all
imagining
over
like
the place.
like snaps, like
Yeah.
like a
Like-
to fight
And
in a
then
musical.
his, like, other guys come out from
Yeah.
behind trees
Yeah, yeah,
and do a dance. The dragon snaps
When
twice
you're
and
a
spits a gout.
dragon, you're a dragon on the way.
I'm gonna add gout to the
Yeah.
list of
It's
words.
been at least
twice.
three.
3 times?
I think 3 in this.
I am
By
expecting
the way, we're at
them-
10 for merchant.
They're gonna say ejaculate eventually.
Then
He ejaculates fire.
a gout of easily dodged flame and a wide arc across the road. You realize quickly that the attack was meant as a distraction, as the dragon ignores you to focus its full attention on the fleeing merchant. There we go. Okay.
You can fly. Why can't you catch a man on horseback?
So we've got a couple options.
It's a really
kill that
swole horse.
merchant.
It's just
Charge
got-
through the fire and close with the beast.
Oh, don't you mean
Launch
dance into
a
the fire?
volley of fired missiles. Snuff the flames and slow the dragon with cold. That needs a frost rune.
Don't
Yeah,
have
we
that.
have that.
Stamp out the flaming crops before giving chase. Well, that's dumb. So we can't do the last 2.
Fuck the
Yeah.
crops.
Yeah.
Charge through the fire and close with the beast. Launch a volley of fired missiles.
You're
can
good
just
at
launch
ranged
missiles?
stuff, so
Well, like missile.
you have archery,
I have archery.
and thievery and like agility, right?
Okay, so we're gonna launch a volley of fired missiles. Flip my.
Why
my
are we
token.
even helping this merchant?
I don't know.
He stole a baby.
I mean,
I think 'cause the-
8184.
Do we know it's a baby?
No,
I think it's just because
we're
the dragon's
It
approaching
could be
the
precious
village.
dragon jewels, like, and then we can steal
They
its
took my
jewels.
ring.
They took my Zune.
A giant.
I had a Zune and they stole my Zune.
Okay, 8184.
Please, I don't even have some of those CDs anymore.
I know I made a decision, but I should keep reading, right?
Right, because it's
I'm
gonna like
fighting.
unload probably some punishment on you.
Yeah,
It's
wait.
got all my smashing pumpkins on it.
You lift your weapon and guide your mount around the fire, managing to lose 2 shots before your mount returns to the road. One glances off a spike on the dragon's back, but the second pierces through the leathery membrane of the creature's stronger wing. You kick your mount into a sprint to make up the distance and ready for another attack. Mark 1 progress.
All right.
If you have archery, which I do, oh, my, ow.
You're right.
Yeah, 8933. I have a gas bubble to anyone who's wondering what's going on with me. 8933. Right in the middle of my chest. Okay. You take careful aim and land a shot that pierces the scales at the base of the dragon's hind leg. The beast staggers and cries out, its tail and wings thrashing violently in pain and anger. The creature kicks up the earth, pelting you with soil and vegetables.
No!
Hold on, let me get these potatoes.
like
Mark?
we're a bad medieval comedy act.
Yeah.
You have just a
No,
bunch of
the
tomatoes.
beans!
Okay, Mark
The
1
dragon is Gallagher.
progress. I lose 3 stamina.
She's getting her ass is kicked by
And
this
then
dragon.
read entry 4770.
Any time pass?
No.
Okay.
4770. There's a furious exasperation in the dragon's house. It focuses its split between its true target, the fleeing merchant, and you, who are clearly so bothersome that it cannot ignore you. That's my life goal, guys. If 18 progress has been marked.
No.
Fucking damn. If 6 or more time has passed.
Nope.
Otherwise, time passes. And read entry 7163. Which I
We're
think
about
is
to get
you.
to that 6th time.
Okay, that's good.
Is that when it gets to the...
I don't know, but we have 8 total time. I have a feeling we have until 8 to bring it down before it gets to the village and just kills everyone.
Right. Well, we failed before.
That's pretty much our
we,
MO.
Yeah.
We can fail
I think
again.
we fucked this one up.
How though? Like I'm trying to think where in the past this like
I think it
journey
was
so far,
mostly
like what we should have done that would have gotten
we
us.
have to
know.
do our combat strengths whenever we're doing combat. Like if you're good at
But sometimes I want to be hype.
Yeah. There's also these like runes that I don't even remember us getting in like the
we
frost
never
rune.
had
It's
the
like
chance to get a frost rune.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
thought
think.
we had a frost rune.
We
at
have a
some
war
point.
rune.
We have a war rune.
Well, can we just pretend the war rune is a frost rune? Like we can get crafty with the war rune.
Because those aren't the rules.
I also-
What was the thing we got that we really wanted to steal, and so we stole
The
it?
lodestone. That's
Yeah, the lodestone.
Jane-
Can we
Yes.
throw that at the dragon?
We can.
Also,
Can we
are
stab
we
it with his own
technically
claw?
at war with
Let's
the
find
dragon?
yeah.
Can we use the war
The
rune?
war rune.
Okay.
I think the war rune has to go into a weapon or something.
The dragon swivels its snake-like head, and pins you with a burning gaze. Its chest and throat swell with a red-hot glow, and embers and smoke drift from the beast's nostrils.
They swell with passion.
Yeah. The creature's massive claws sink into the soil as it opens its maw to release a deadly roar. Okay, options. We can dive behind cover and wait out the firestorm, charge through the flames and hurl a spear at its maw, or choke the dragon's fire with runic cold. We can't do that.
Choke
Damn
me,
it.
Daddy.
Choke the dragon.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, why not?
I guess I'm gonna charge through the flames and hurl a spear at its maw because that sounds cooler.
Yeah.
And you also have all of your stamina still.
All 12.
There's just an entire booklet that's called Burn Unit.
So that's 3360.
It's like Dragon Halt PD, Dragon Halt Fire, and Dragon Halt. What's the third one? I think it's Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, and Chicago
Oh, I don't know.
MD. It's something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
I
medical
believe you.
transport?
I don't know, but they've got three
shows.
procedurals.
Yeah.
Chicago DMV.
You can scarcely hear the monster howl over the roar of its breath igniting into flame. It spits the fire.
It spits hot fire.
Hang on. It spits the fire accurately and continuously. A relentless barrage of death. You can do nothing to stop. You manage to guide your mount straight into the fire. I've decided that my mount is named Muffin, so
I'm gonna burn that
Muffin might get a little
muffin.
cooked. Roaring your own battle cry and hefting your heavy spear ready to throw. If you have endurance or willpower...
Oh, God,
I think you have willpower, don't you?
I have endurance.
Yay!
Phew! Read entry 2614.
You have been horribly burned.
I still have a feeling this is going to be very funny.
The dragon fire burns your skin, hair, and clothing, but you push through it and hurl your spear
Oh my
toward the
God.
dragon's open maw. Maw should go on the list too. Maw has
Yeah.
happened
like
many
three
times.
3 or 4 maws.
Your determination pays off as the spear point strikes the roof of the creature's mouth.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it!
The dragon howls and staggers backward, affording you freedom from the fiery death that would no doubt have consumed you. The beast flails, knocking your spear to the ground. Then it turns and runs, bounding through the fields toward Evesmoor. You lean down and scoop up your fallen spear as you give chase. Mark 2 progress.
Oh, that's good.
I've lost 8 stamina.
Oh.
Read entry 6473.
You got it.
I've got 4 left.
Oh, no.
Wow.
You just like burned to shit.
Yeah,
You
but
did
like,
it, but...
it felt cool.
Yeah.
We can see all your teeth.
6473.
What about you, Dave?
Not quite. The dragon's claws sink deep into the soil with each bound as it rushes after the fleeing merchant. Each leap, every pounce, brings it closer to Evesmoor. If 18 progress has been marked,
Nope.
No.
6 or more time has passed.
Nope.
Oh, it's gonna take the village.
Otherwise, time passes. Read entry 8979.
Man, can't
You
we
better
like
kill it,
throw?
Dave.
We should cripple the merchant, and then it
That
just
would've been
eats the
better.
merchant
Yeah,
and doesn't
just
get to
shoot
the
an arrow
town.
at the merchant.
Next
Yeah.
one.
That's
is
an easier
option.
way to save the village.
Like,
Yeah.
why aren't
Well,
they
just eat
letting?
that guy.
What is? All right, sorry. What number?
8979.
It's bullshit
8979.
that they're not letting us kill the man.
Yeah.
8979. Despite an angrily thrashing tail and treacherous spines jutting from its hide at all angles, if you can reach the dragon's lightly scaled flank, you'll be given your best chance to inflict some real damage.
Yeah!
Okay.
Get that
Charge
flank.
into close combat or fire at the beast from afar. I don't think I have anything to fire at it from, do I?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're close range.
You've got
probably
agility, but not archery.
Yeah, I have
You do
endurance,
have brawling,
athletics.
endurance, yeah.
Yeah, fuck it up.
All right.
Just little
Charge
tiny
into close
Tommy Lee
combat.
gnomes.
Read 9356. This might not be good. All right. 9356. You press your mount forward, attempting to close the distance between you and the dragon. The creature suddenly thrashes its spiked tail, slashing across your chest and shoulder. You lose 4 stamina.
No!
If you have agility or survival skill, which I do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hold on. Read entry 3670.
We're all back here. Yo, man, you all right?
Everything okay there?
I say
The
3670.
entire farmland's burning down.
Yeah.
just chaos.
Oh no.
No, we're helping.
You swiftly guide your mount away and avoid the deadly attack. After coming up and running parallel to the giant lizard, you move in closer, weapon drawn. If you have awareness or military. Do I have that? I do not.
Oh no.
Otherwise, 6455.
This is gonna be good.
Oh, Tommy Lee. 6455.
We're gonna get so fucked up by this dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Tommy Lee's about to get sucker punched by a dragon.
I just read like the consequence. I was like, oh no. Oh. You manage to get yourself within reach and strike frantically at the dragon's side. Your weapon glances off of hardened scales and spines repeatedly until your arms are tired. Aw, Tommy. The dragon leaps and slashes at you with a clawed hand, then thrashes its spine tail in your direction. You give up your assault and guide your mount away to safety. I lose 3 stamina.
Jeez.
Oh, no.
We're getting fucked up.
Tommy! Alright, read 9496.
Tommy 3 gnomes.
Jesus Christ.
We're getting tossed around by this goddamn thing.
You and... I just love I wrote ahead and you just all watching me get fucked up while riding on a horse. Just like,
we really should stay back.
I'm hardly
I think
just
we're
70
ready.
years old too.
Tommy, you okay? Tommy, you're...
No, I'm good.
You're so old you don't have blood anymore. It's just red sand just pouring out of your wounds.
You and the dragon, I love that I'm like riding next to the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
You and the dragon race over the rolling hills of the prairie. All the while, the wooden buildings and thatch roofs of Evansmore getting closer.
Oh, no.
If 18 progress has been marked,
Nope.
if 6 or more time has passed,
Yep.
Yay!
Yep.
read entry 2378. This can't be good.
No.
This is the last stand. 2378. Oh no. Oh
You fucked up again.
Oh no. Okay.
What's up, you guys? Did we win? I think it's a Christian, right?
Are we good?
What?
It's because it's the time passes, right?
Oh yeah, and it doesn't matter.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, no.
Cold embrace of death.
Oh no.
Cold embrace of death.
2378. You press forward once more, but the dragon swings its heavy spiked tail, which catches your mount full in the side, swatting it out from under you and possibly breaking your leg in the process.
Oh my god!
You struggle to your feet and see that your mount lies battered and broken at the side of the road. You each lose 4 stamina.
I'm at
Yeah.
-1.
Yeah.
I am on the ground, just unconscious,
I'm at 0.
bleeding.
7.
I am in the abyss. I am having dreams.
I mean, we can
Dreams
hang out
about
in the
being-
abyss together.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the halfway point.
Drink some abyss tea.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we're gonna wait for Godot right
You make a final desperate gambit towards the dragon, but it is able to use its torn wing to bound out of your reach. With your mount gone and your leg injured, you have no chance of stopping it.
Oh,
You do try, with all your heart, with all your might. You do try. But there is no
That doesn't mean
chance-
shit. So many people are about to die.
Hey guys, aren't we supposed to be solving a murder?
But,
The dragon did it!
but there's no chance of reaching Evesmore in time. You watch in horror as the dragon reaches the village and begins lighting wooden walls and thatched straw roofs with furious abandon.
We have to watch it happen.
The
Oh,
carnage
no.
stretches on before the dragon finally uncovers the Rostam merchant who had hoped to hide in the wooden
Rasta
shack.
merchant.
All right, this
Come
merchant
on.
better get murdered.
The giant lizard snaps its jaw shut around the man's legs,
Yeah.
yanking him from his hiding spot into the air.
Fuck him up.
His preciously guarded satchel drops to the ground. You cannot bear to watch what happens to the man next. No, I want to watch.
Yeah,
Fuck that
I
guy.
wanna see.
When the dragon's rage is spent, it carefully... Okay, well, we can't bear to watch, but I'm going to say the dragon bites off his dick
Yeah.
and then pins him down to the ground and burns him.
Turns
Very
into plasma.
slowly. Yeah. Not that quickly. Like,
Oh, no.
he takes a long time to burn him to death.
Okay.
Does he burn him, what was it, personally, and what was the other one?
Conventionally.
She
A
burns
good
him.
conventional,
And
but
personal.
personal burn.
Yes. When the dragon's rage is spent, it carefully noses the satchel open to reveal a giant egg,
Yeah.
glistening
course.
black with the marbled red vein. Glistening black with marbled red veins that seem to glow with molten heat. The dragon gently lifts the egg in its maw and bounds away from Evesmore toward the north,
Ma.
leaving you and the village behind without a second glance. Mark story point, you won. This quest is complete.
What did we do? We didn't do. Sorry.
We saved a baby from its mother.
That's true.
It's true.
That was some real Trogdor shit.
Yeah, this
It burninated the countryside.
Burninated the countryside. Burninated the villages.
Yeah.
That's true.
Burninated all the people.
And
in
their
thatched
thatcher's
roof
cottages, yeah.
The quest is complete. Read entry 4311 in the Dragonholt Village book.
I mean, we were on the dragon's side. That was the only way
I know
we could
we
save
were.
the dragon.
We were on its side. But...
We were the villains.
All right, so
Just one calamity to the next.
Dave and Jane, you both pick one of your skills and disable it just by checking the disabled. Which means
Well,
you
I
don't have
haven't
that skill right now,
fucking-
and then gain 1 stamina back.
One would think. So I'm at 0.
You can only go to 0.
You can only go to 0, so you both have 1 stamina, but you have to disable a skill.
I'm gonna disable empathy.
I'm going to disable brawling because you think that would come in fucking handy, and it hasn't yet. Tommy Lee Jones knows, like, he's a brawler, and I haven't gotten a chance to use it once. Actually, no, I'm going to get rid of my streetwise.
Yeah, that doesn't... I feel like brawling will come up. And
It
has come
might.
up for other people.
What about when we go find those boys?
Yeah.
Gonna need the streetwise. The Boyphanage.
Orphanage.
So many people have died on our watch.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking about it.
We're not very good at
Almost
this.
all of them.
We've killed a lot of children just now.
Yeah.
We were like,
Yeah, that
oh,
Boyphanage
man.
definitely burned.
Yeah.
The trek back to Dragonhold is solemn, made even grimmer as you come across Braxton and Rochelle on the road, shepherding a column of refugees. I'm glad the dragon killed that bastard, mutters Rochelle, when you tell them your tale. Chased by a dragon, so he leads the beast straight to the closest village? I'd kill him myself. At least the evacuation seems to have worked, says Braxton. I don't believe anyone else died. Oh, that's good.
All right.
We
The
didn't
Boyphanage
kill
didn't
any
burn.
boys.
They really
That's a
DC
little-
Universe does right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
All the
VO,
buildings were
yeah.
empty.
Thank God the buildings were empty.
Thank God millions of citizens have been evacuated successfully in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the dragon gone, Rochelle leads a group of volunteers back to the village to battle the flames and save as much as they can. Battered and sore, you return to Dragonholt. At least the heat of the day has broken somewhat.
Oh, good.
It's not as hot because the dragon's not burning things anymore.
But we're battered, we're sore, and
Yeah.
we are suddenly unempathetic.
Yeah, you don't have hair or flesh. You are missing flesh.
Just everything got burned.
Your eyelids just don't work anymore.
I feel like
Yeah.
I'm rocking it though.
You are Two-Face, but the whole face, basically.
So your whole face.
Your whole face.
Whole face.
One face, and it's bad.
Aww.
Our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can follow him on Twitter at @thecorlew, Corlew, and find more music at shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at @JustinTBrown, and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info.